it's an interesting experiment. Okay, Thomas, we have about 10 minutes left. What's the way forward? Where are we going? What's going to happen in 2020? Tell us what's going to happen.
It could get ugly. There's no question of that. The banks could all go down, and then the transition period between them quitting altogether and allowing us the opportunity to run the planet in a better way. The gap between the shutdown and implementing that can be done very quickly, depending on how much interference goes on. People will notice time will change. It already has, but it will speed up.
Oh, it's speeding up. God, how fast time is flying by.
Relationships will be affected. That will increase because people are going to the frequencies now more than previously. People are not going to tolerate the levels of abuse and control anymore, particularly ones with the higher frequency. But it's a much smaller pool. You may find that you will live life on your own for a while, because suddenly the ones on the higher frequency are a lot smaller numbers than the ones on the low, and that's the overall thing we're trying to change with the trust. And what's connected to the trust is to elevate the people out of the low vibration, out of the astral layer, and into the mental planes and the higher development. That's the ultimate goal of what we're doing with the trust. And like I said, none of that really costs money. It just means you change and you commit to changing. The old ways never worked for us. They just haven't. Everything is breaking down. Everything's collapsing. There are no conspiracies anymore because it's all been put out. One idiot on the alt media decides to tell you that the secret space program is being announced next year. Really? It got announced years ago. And the SSP are not a nice group to be connecting with either, because they've done bad things to humanity, including trading them people off. And we may get anti-gravity tech released. Fine. But that's not going to change people's lives, is it? Because only the elites will be able to afford them, and then they're going to charge you exorbitant prices to go on them, which negates most of the people on the planet. So anti-gravity technology is not really going to change people's lives that much. Long term it will, but not short term. And announcing ETs exist is not going to change people's lives either.
I will say that there is a THI group that we know about, obviously, Thomas, who are doing great work regarding alternative energy, and they have some great news on that front.
Oh yeah, they're powered by bullshit energy, pure and simple.
Which group?
Genius. I thought you were talking about the Bubba group.
No. I'm talking about an actual THI group who are working on good, Yeah,
we have them as well.
Oh, we won't even go there to that other group. Forget about that. Don't even give it energy.
Well, the trust contains a lot of the patents because they were all pledged to the trust, and I'm aware of some of the alleged new technology, which is not new. It's all old, thousands of years old. Just gets introduced when they can weaponize it against the people. You had laptops in the jungle in the early 70s. with Wi-Fi.
You know, I think you showed me. Did you post up the photo of the guy in the 70s in a Jeep or some kind of truck or something with the laptop on his legs? Yeah. And this was in the 70s.
Yeah, well, there was, I don't know if it was a UFO program or Ancient Aliens, and they were going on about I think it was the Gemini program, 1965, and something went wrong with it. And a guy came in, and he got all the rows of the old monitors, and a guy came in and put a laptop on the corner of the desk. That was 1965. You know, and we got it 30 years later.
Yeah.
You know, they had people talking about cryptography. They were doing that in the early 1900s.
Yeah, this is why, you know, you have to question everything. Anything they come out and say, oh, this is new technology, you know, you can guarantee this has been out a long time anyway in the general public.
There's nothing new under the sun, Alan. Nothing is new.
Yeah.
It's all whether they can monetize it and keep control of it. And of course, a lot of the new technology is reducing costs and reducing the corruption that goes on with the oil.
Yeah.
And so they're not going to make as much money on it themselves. So that's why they block it.
And you have like pre-programmed obsolescence in the products because it keeps the old wheel going where you have to buy product X because product Y is not as good, you know, and all that kind of stuff.
Well, you know, they had technology in 1906. You know, you're talking there 114 years ago now, where none of us had to pay electric bills. Well, we've paid all these electric and gas bills. Again, they're just slush funds to go to the same people, you know, like so the Rothschilds again, PG&E in California. They just blow a transformer, set fire to the land, throw the people off the land. Oh, and let's build Rothschilds, buy up the land because the people can't afford to pay the mortgage. And here's a new vineyard, or like what happened in Paradise. You know, they opened the gold field that's underneath there. Well, the people's houses were in the way, so they burnt it all down. You know, this is what these people do, and they'll release technology which is lazy man's tech. All technology is lazy man's tech for abilities you already have once you develop the self.
Yeah.
Healing machines, you can heal yourself.
Well, again, it goes back to the article I read out at the start of the show regarding the manual that the Vatican have, that you can, you know, we have all powers and abilities. We just have to be shown how to use them. Well, listen, Thomas, we've reached that time. A big thank you for coming on, and thanks for being the saviour there, being able to jump in because my throat is still a bit ropey. But we got to the end of it, which is fantastic. So, yeah, onwards and upwards. So, what's the story for THI, for your show for Christmas and stuff? Do you have anything planned for that?
Yes, we're going to have, on Boxing Day, which is the normal Thursday show, we're going to have, a fun show, shall we say. And we're going to have guests coming on, the admins, I know you'll be coming on, Randy and possibly, Kim as well. And, we'll have a few laughs as well along the way.
Brilliant stuff.
And then that's the 26th, and the 28th, and the 29th, and the 1st will be the end of year review.